Hello students, let's continue with practice set 7.2. In the previous video we had completed up till question number 3. Now we are going to do from question number 4 onwards. Now question number 4 is just statements are given, children, you just have to write it in the symbol. The first statement what is given is the wavelength of sound L and its frequency F are in inverse variation. So L is inversely proportional to its frequency, so that we can show L is inversely proportional to its frequency. Now second one is given the intensity I of light varies inversely with the square of the distance d of the screen from the lamp. So intensity varies, intensity varies inversely with the square of the distance of the screen from the lamp, that means square of the distance. So I is inversely proportional to 1 upon d square. So this is your question number 4, children. And question number 5, let us read question number 5. X is inversely proportional to 1 upon root y, and when x is 40 then y is equal to 16. This is already given, but if x is 10 then find y. So this is a question. X is inversely proportional to 1 upon root y, x is 40 then y is 16, but if x is 10 then what will be y? That is a question. So now children, here I have written the question. X is inversely proportional to 1 upon root y, x is equal to 40y. Now therefore solution you can start. Now x is inversely proportional to 1 upon root y. So what this is equal, x is equal to k upon root y. Now cross multiply, k into root y is equal to x into root y is equal to k. X into root y is equal to k. This is nothing but this is your constant of variation. K is constant of variation. K is constant of variation. Now children, let us substitute the values of x and y. What is given? So what is x? X is 40 into your y is 16, that is equal to k. So 40 into root 16 is 4, that is equal to k, and that is equal to 160 is equal to k. Therefore k is equal to 160. Now we have got the value of what, children? Constant of variation. Now what will be our equation of variation? That is x into root y is equal to 160. This is nothing but what is this? This is the equation. This is your equation of variation. Now children, we will substitute the value of x in this equation of variation and find out y. So what we will do, x is what given? X is equal to, your x is 10 into root y is equal to 16. 10 into root y is equal to 16. Children, 10 into root y is equal to 160, right? It's not 16, it is 160. Value of k. So it is 160. Now we will continue. 10 into root y is equal to 160. So root y is equal to 16, 160 upon 10, that is. So root y is equal to 16. Therefore squaring on both the sides, children, squaring on both sides. So what we will get, children? Root y whole square is equal to 16 square. We are squaring on both the sides. Now root y square means what, children? Root y into root y. That means it is only y. Root y into root y is y. And 16 square is 256. Therefore what is the value of y? Y is nothing but 256. So I hope, children, you have understood. First step is very important, that you are going to start with what is given. X is inversely proportional to root y. So x is k upon root y. Cross multiplication, x into root y is equal to k. K is constant of variation. 40 into root 16. What is it is already given. X is 40. Y is 16. Substitute the values. You get the value of k, that is 160. K is equal to 160. And then again we are writing the equation of variation, that is x into root y is equal to 160, and then we are substituting the value of x, that is 10 into root y is 160. So root y 160 upon 10, you are getting root y is equal to 16. Therefore squaring on both the sides, you are getting the y value, that is 256. Now let us do the sixth question, children. It is given that x is inverse varies inversely as y. X varies inversely as y, which I have written in form of symbol. X varies inversely as y. I have written in the form of symbol. When x is 15, y is 10. So okay, the condition what they have given, that x is 15, then y is 10. But they are asking us if x is 20, then what will be y. Okay, so first start with the solution. We are writing x is inversely proportional to y, so x is equal to k upon y. Therefore k into x into y, x into y is equal to k, x into y is equal to k. Now children, after you get this step, substitute the values. X is what? 15, y is what? 10, so that is equal to k. So 150 is equal to k, k is equal to 150. Now this we have got the value of k, that is okay. Now let us write the equation of variation. Equation of variation will be x into y is equal to 150. This is your equation, okay, equation of variation, equation of variation, equation of variation. Now what is given? X is 20, so it will be 20 into y is equal to 150. 20 into y is equal to 150. Y is equal to 150 upon 20. Okay children, so this goes, 0 goes, therefore we are getting y is equal to 15 upon 2, so that is equal to 7.5. so y is equal to, children, y is equal to, therefore I am writing here, therefore y is equal to 7.5. So I hope children you have understood this. Same method, 6th and 5th sum is having the same method. Copy it down in your classwork book. Children, next practice set is based on time, work and speed. Now, so the your practice set 7.3 is based on examples, that is questions based on time, work and speed. Now what is meant by time, work and speed? Now see children, time, work and speed. Time means what? Now suppose if there is a vehicle and this vehicle has to cover some distance, say for example it has to cover 100 kilometer. Okay, suppose a vehicle has to cover 100 kilometer. Okay, now if this distance the vehicle has to cover, and if the speed of the vehicle is 50 kilometers per hour, if the speed is 50 kilometers per hour, okay children, 50 kilometers per hour, then this distance will be covered in 2 hours, right? Okay, so if the distance speed is 50 kilometers per hour, okay, 50 kilometers per hour, that distance to be covered, time taken to cover the distance will be 2 hours. If it is okay, if it is running at the speed of 100 kilometers per hour, it will cover in 1 hour, right? If it is running at the speed of 25 kilometers per hour, it will take 4 hours to reach. That means children, okay children, so you can see that if the speed of the vehicle increases, your number of, that means we can arrange this data as, suppose 25 kilometer per hour, it is taking 4 hours. 50 kilometers per hour, it will take only 2 hours. 100 kilometers per hour, it will take 1 hour. That means children, you can observe that if the speed of the vehicle is increasing, your number of hours is decreasing. That means there is this type of variation. This type of variation is called where one quantity is increasing, other one is decreasing. So here we get an inverse variation, and there is an inverse variation between the what? Speed and number of hours of a vehicle. Okay, so this type of example related to time comes under variation topic, understood? And that is inverse variation. Same thing related to work. Okay children, same thing related to work. Now let us see one more example children. Now suppose some people are employed, some laborers are employed to make some garden. Okay, now if we are using 10 people, if we are employing 10 people, they can complete the work in 40 days. Okay, suppose the 10 people are taking 40 days to complete the work. If you increase the number of people, that is 20 people, then they can complete the work faster, right? They will complete the work in 20 days. If you employ 40 people, then they can complete the work more faster, that is just in 10 days. So you can see children, as the number of labors you are increasing, your number of days is decreasing. Okay, 40, 20, 10 it becomes. So here you can see one quantity is increasing, that means one quantity is your increasing, the other one is decreasing. So this type also variations is an inverse variation, which comes under the topic of variation. So we are, and thus same thing with the speed. If the speed is more of a vehicle, it will take less time. If speed is less, it will take more time, right? So this type of inverse variation sums are related with time, work and speed. We are learning under this topic, that is variation. Now students, let's start with practice set 7.3. Now here question number 1, which of the following statements are of inverse variation and which are not inverse variation? Okay, that is the question actually, that which are the inverse and which is a direct variation. Now here you just have to write, you don't have to do any calculation for this question number 1. You just have to write whether it is an inverse example of inverse variation or direct variation. Now first one, the number of workers. Okay, first question, number of workers on a job and time taken by them to complete the job. So children, this example is of which type? It will be obviously it is inverse variation. Why? Because if your number of workers you are increasing, your time taken will be less. Okay, if you decrease the number of workers, time taken will be, so this is what, one quantity will be increasing, other one will be decreasing. So this is an example of inverse variation. Now the next one is number of pipes of same size to be fill a tank and the time taken by them to fill the tank. Now here see children, number of pipes of same size to fill a tank. Now there are some pipes, okay, and that we are connecting those pipes to the tank and we are trying to find out, calculate the time taken to fill the tank. Okay, now here, so children, here number of pipe, if you increase the number of pipe, your time taken will be again less. If you decrease number of pipe, your time taken will be, okay, more. So this is also an example of inverse variation. This is also an example of inverse variation. Okay, you are going to copy down this in class of book, children. So you are going to complete today by this chapter 7, and again tomorrow also I will be sending, tomorrow Thursday we have, but still I will be sending maths video to complete Thursday and Friday, 2 days will be completing lesson number 8. Now coming to question number 3, petrol filled in the tank of a vehicle and its cost. Now children, when you are going in the petrol pump, when your parents are filling the petrol tank, in that case, if you are filling, say for example 2 liters, cost will be, okay, what will we say, for example 160 or 140. But as you increase the number of liters, okay, if you increase the liters of petrol, your cost also will increase. 5 liter will cost more, 10 liter will cost more, right? So as the number of, okay, as the liters of petrol to be filled in the tank is increasing, your cost is also increasing. And reverse of that, if you decrease the liters, your cost also will decrease. That means both the quantities are increasing together, both the quantities are decreasing. So children, what type of example is this? It is direct variation. Okay, it is direct variation. And now coming to the last of that, fourth question, area of circle and its radius, children. Okay, if you, what about the area of the circle? If you increase the radius, your circle is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. So if the circle is becoming, now suppose say for example, okay, if you are drawing one circle with a small radius one, so it is suppose this much. If you increase the radius, if you go on drawing bigger, taking more bigger radius and drawing the circle, the area of the circle, that means this part, okay, this area of the circle is going to increase. So when radius you are increasing, your area is increasing. If you reduce the radius, your area also will reduce. So children, what type of example is this? This is also direct variation. This is also direct variation. Okay, so I hope this question number 1 is clear. Children, you will copy in your class book. Now coming to question number 2, if 15 workers can build a wall, okay, build a wall, 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? Now we have to complete the work in 30 hours. Okay, 15 workers are taking 48 hours, but we have to complete the work in 30 hours. So how many workers will be required? That is a question. Now let us solve this. So children, now let us see the question number 4 solution. Now here the question is related to number of workers and the time taken to complete the work. Okay, so let the n be, let small n be number of workers. Let us denote n workers with letter n, and okay, let n be number of workers and t represent time required. Okay, that much I have already written. Now we know that as the number of workers will increase, your number of hours will decrease. So this is a type of inverse variation. So here number of workers varies inversely with the time. Number of workers varies inversely with the time, which we can write in symbol as n is inversely proportional to 1 upon t. So n is equal to k upon t. N into t is equal to k. Okay, so this we have got, as we have done the previous sum, it is same. Now children, what is given? 48. Okay, what is given? 15 workers can build the wall in 48 hours. So n is what? Number of workers. So 15 workers are taking 48 hours to complete the work. 15 workers are taking 48 hours, which is already given. So number of workers is given 15, time taken is 48, that is equal to k. So if you multiply, you get 720 is equal to k. Therefore k is equal to 720. Now substituting the value of k in this equation number 1, so we get n into t is equal to 720. Okay, this equation 1 we are substituting the value. We can write here substitute in equation 1. Now here this is nothing but this is your equation of variation, right? So this is what? Equation of variation. This is your equation of variation. Now in this equation of variation, what we are going to write down? The second part of the question, that how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours. What is given? What is the question? They have asked for the second part, that n is equal to question mark, t is equal to given how much? 30 hours. Okay, that is a question and we have to find n. So what we will do? N into t is equal to 720 and we don't know t is 30 is equal to 720. So n is equal to 720 upon 30. Okay, 0 0 cancel, 3 1s are, okay, 3 2s are 6 and 12, so 3 4s are, so we are getting 24. So therefore n is equal to 24. Okay, n is equal to 24 children. So how many workers I am writing here, but you will write in your notebook. I am just writing it. Therefore 24 workers, therefore 24 workers will be required, will be required. This statement will go down, children, since here there is no space, so I am writing here. So 24 workers will be required. You can copy down this question. Okay, now children, let us see the read question number 3. 120 bags of half liter milk can be filled by a machine within 3 minutes. Okay, find the time to fill such 1800 bags. So children, 120 bags of half liter milk can be filled with the machine by only 3 minutes. Then the question is, if suppose we have to fill 1800 bags, then children, as we can what we can understand, if number of bags are increasing to be filled by milk, then children, time taken also will increase. Yes or no? 120 bags will take only 3 minutes, but 1800 bags will take more time. So your number of bags is increasing and your time taken to fill the bags or is also increasing, children. So this is an example of direct variation. So children, let us write number of bags, let us denote number of bags by n, and the time taken required to fill the bags be t. Okay, so let us use small n to denote number of bags and small t to denote time required. Now as we know, more bags to be filled, more time will be required. So this is an example of direct variation. Okay children, this is an example of direct variation. Okay, now n is directly proportional to t, because n and number and time is both directly proportional to each other. That means n varies directly to time. So n is equal to k into t. Therefore now let us substitute what is given, 120 bags. Okay, what are the number of bags? 120 bag in k into time required is 3 minutes. So this is 120 upon 3 is equal to k. Okay, 3 1s are 40. So 40 is equal to k. Okay children, therefore k is equal to 40. Now here we are writing, so n is equal to k into t. So n is equal to 40 into t. This is nothing but this is your equation. Okay, equation of variation. This is your equation of variation. Now what is given children? The number is given. Now what is given to us? Okay, n is equal to 1800. Time required, they have asked the second part of the question. So substitute the values. 1800 is equal to 40 into t. 1800 upon 40 is equal to t. This goes. So 4 ones are 4 fours are 16, 5 are, that means 45. Okay, 45 minutes will be required. Therefore t is equal to 45. Okay, therefore 45 minutes. So time taken to, here last statement children, you will write 1800 bags. I am writing here, but you are writing down 1800 bags. Okay, 1800 bags of milk can be filled in 45 minutes. Okay, 1800 bags can be filled in 45 minutes. Now last question children, I will be solving and sending you the PDF. You can see, even I will solve the PDF of this question and the last question, so you can copy it from that. So with this we have completed our lesson number 7. Now tomorrow I will be sending the video which will consist will start with the lesson number 8. Okay, so keep your maths book complete and start practicing previous lessons for the exams. Thank you for watching.